Hi, I'm Andrew Roach. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video about my approach to hit the ground running in a new role. This is part of a series of videos which you can find on my personal site, which is listed at the bottom of this slide and in the video description. And if you'd like to get in touch, my LinkedIn profile is also listed below. When starting a new role, there's a lot to acclimate to. New people, new systems, new processes, new culture, and so on. My goal is to contribute and add value from the day I begin. So I want to talk about what my overarching approach would be coming into a new role. At a high level, this would be my approach. First, build relationships and understand people's challenges to establish trust at a personal level. Second, build a sense of team and mutual support. Next would be to build a culture of empowerment and continuous improvement. And finally, I would build a workstream inventory and refine those work streams to the mission and strategy. I'll talk briefly about each of these. Perhaps the most important aspect of starting a new job is establishing relationships to get to know one's colleagues as people and begin the process of establishing mutual trust. To that end, I would have one-on-one discussions with my immediate peers, subordinates, and supervisor to get to know them, understand their professional interests, pain points, and how I might be able to assist them. I would incrementally build out relationships with broader stakeholders based on these conversations to develop the appropriate context of the broader stakeholder community. In addition to establishing a regular cadence of one-on-one check-ins, I would also establish regular team meetings to establish a culture of knowledge and information sharing, in addition to getting to know each other better on a personal level. It's important to establish that we support and care about and for each other. Part of my incoming message to the team would be that while they should expect that I will be driving change, I intend to do so in a balance of decisiveness, deliberation, and with their input and feedback based on a thoughtful review and analysis of how we conduct business. The overarching culture that I want to establish for my team is that we speak in the language of leadership, which is to say we do not simply ask others what we should do, but convey to our peers, stakeholders, and supervisors what we intend to do based on our evaluation of the situation and consideration for alternatives and the pros and cons of our intended course. In this way, we invite feedback while not asking for a spoon-fed answer. We take ownership of our area of responsibility by owning action, the outcome, and the lessons learned so as to always reach for better outcomes. Next, I would develop a workstream inventory through a series of one-on-one interviews to catalog the work my team is conducting, as well as the rough share of their overall time it is consuming. I would use this information to develop a team-wide profile to evaluate, in consultation with the team, the relevant stakeholders, and my supervisor, whether our work streams are optimized and aligned with our strategic and mission objectives. One way I've done this in the past is to have my team provide input on what work streams or processes they believe we should start, stop, or adjust, and how. That process would be the basis for developing a backlog of improvements for us to prioritize. By periodically revisiting this, we can track our team's workstream profile over time and review it relative to our intended strategic direction and priorities. This would be the basis for a continuous process improvement feedback loop that we would iterate upon. So to recap, my approach is to build relationships and understand people's challenges to establish trust at a personal level, build a sense of team and mutual support, build a culture of empowerment and continuous improvement, and build a workstream inventory and refine those work streams to our mission and strategy. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to discuss how I can strengthen your organization's financial, strategic, and performance management functions, please reach out on LinkedIn or via email, which can be found on my resume on my personal site. Thanks.